guys, it's Laura J. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I like to do get ready with me style videos using products that are new to me, or just need a little bit more love in my collection. Today I'm going to be doing all of those things because I am continuing to use the products I recently picked up on my birthday. So I had a birthday where I went to Sephora, Ulta, in store. I made purchases in store, I made purchases online, I had Ulta points, I had discounts, and I had birthday gifts. And so I have a bunch of stuff that I want to play with and use, so I'm just going to keep doing that. And I'll let you know if it's just new to me, or I'm pretty sure you can tell if it's new. But I'll also let you know if I've had it in my collection for a while. So if you're interested in seeing the look that I come up with the products that I'm using today, keep watching. Okay, so today we're going to start out with primer. I am barefaced except for skincare and sunscreen. On my nails today, I have the new, this is actually a new thing, this is the Chanel Le Vernis from the summer 2023 collection. This is Rouge Cuir, and it is this lovely, beautiful, it's like not quite red, not quite pink. I believe that is French for red leather, but it's just this really beautiful, sophisticated shade. My nails are a bit short because they all fell off and I had to cut them down, but I think this color just looks so nice. It is not quite like it is summery, so it's like a nice red for summer, and it matches like that red that is really big for summer. Dior has done it, Chanel has done it, a bunch of places have done it, but it's just got a little bit of something else, like a little bit of like gray, brown, a little bit more like sophisticated in my opinion. So that is what I have new on my nails today. And let's see, I am going to be starting off with the SOS primer from Clarins. This is the one that I picked up in the advent calendar for 2022. Not new, and I have been using it, but it is sort of new to me. And it's just a mini, and it's a very nice standard primer with a little bit of glow. And then I'm going to go into the Brow 1980 from Merit. I recently picked this up in my birthday haul at Sephora. Again, I always get confused because the longer side is the side with the brush and the product is in the shorter side. But I have been enjoying this a bit more. And I usually go for a deeper color, but I have gone for blonde this time. So I don't have like intensely, like I still have thick brows, but not intensely blocky. And it's been interesting to learn to work with a more neutral, slightly less pigmented color. And this packaging is just so pretty on your vanity. And for eyeshadow primer today, I'm going to go in with the Sigma in, what is this called? The one that I always wanted, Ignite. The one in Ignite. Okay, so I'm going to let that primer sit on the eyes for a minute, and I'm going to show you my newest eyeshadow palette acquisition. So Ulta 21 Days of Beauty is happening at the moment as I'm filming this. So I picked up the Lorac Soleil palette. So this completes my little 18 palette pro collection. It is just as beautiful as I was thinking it would be. It's actually prettier in person. As you can see, I've already got fingerprints all over it, but you know, it's got that beautiful like foiled, what are we calling this, text? It's got this beautiful foiled text here on the front, and then on the inside you have you actually have two things. So you have the plastic sleeve, which I'll just get rid of, and then you have the piece with all of the names on them. And again, I will, like with all of my other Lorac and Viseart palettes, I'll go in and pop these out and put the names on them so that I can move them around. And then we have the wonderful mirror here, and I'm going to take the plastic off because it's just so satisfying. And these are beautiful, beautiful mirrors. And then we have the beautiful color story. So this half is all matte, this half is all shimmer. Obviously, this is not a new palette. This has been out for a few years, but it's new to me, and I am always just stunned at how beautiful, like, neutral bleeding palettes like this can be. Just your basics, and they're just so, like, you look at them and you're like, I just want to put them all in my eyes, all in my eyes. So I thought I would just show you a comparison with my two other Lorac palettes. This is my all-time favorite, the Fairy Tale Forest, and this is the color story. You can see how dirty it is and how much I've used it. So here it is compared to Soleil. You can see obviously this one is warmth. This one is much more neutral, leaning almost a little bit cool there. Plus you have your little pops of green and pink. Now I have not swatched any of these yet, so I don't know if it has one of these style very emollient shades that's more like a topper, but this one is beautiful because it's, well, the one in the Noir is also a duochrome, but it's like a very like beautiful like emollient duochrome that you really have to dig into to get there, and to get the like a ton of pigment if you don't want it to just be a topper. And I have not swatched these to figure out which one of these is in there that would be that. But so this one has 8 mattes and a full row of shimmers and an almost full row of shimmers here. You can see there are some warm leaning ones here, like this one is Red Wood, and I think this one down here, one of these is called Red Cedar. So, you know, you do have some crossover, but as you can see, I think there's enough difference, or I mean, even if there's not, I at least have a full palette for me for what I need. Here it is with the Noir on top. So obviously you have these more gray and purple leaning shades, so it is going to lean much cooler. But you also have these really bright, this bright white diamond shade, which is again like that other shade. It's one of those like really emollient but very topper shades that you really have to dig into, but it's a beautiful duochrome. And so yeah, these both came out at the same time, so these have both been out for a few years. But you can see you get a beautiful variety of shades in them. And again, you can see how much I've dug into both of these Lorac palettes, so I feel like my purchase was justified. It doesn't have to be justified, I can buy what I want, but I feel like the way I love these shadows just really made me. I wasn't gonna get this one at all, but with the half off with Ulta 21 Days of Beauty hype, I really just wanted to pick it up. And I have been loving like a copper bronzy eye with a red lip lately, so I feel like that is exactly what this is going to give me, and so I'm pretty excited to dig in. Primer should be pretty good and set now, so let me see what I want to go into. So I think in the crease I'm going to start off with this shade right here, which is called Cinnamon. And I'm going to take a Sonia Kashuk blending brush. And as with all Lorac shades or all Lorac mattes, you get a bit of kick up, but you're gonna get some payoff. So this is one of those beautiful tan shades that I love for my crease. Nice and warm. Cinnamon is pretty much the right word to it, almost like a nice beautiful honey to it. Just makes you think of all the warm summery things while it's 20 degrees outside and the wind is howling. And you've got beautiful blendable pigmentation. I know this is my first time using this palette, but I know these shadows, I know these mattes so well by now, and I pretty much know what I'm getting. And for the most part, the mattes in the Lorac Pro palettes that I have are pretty true to color on my eyes. There are a few of the mattes that are a little bit tricky, like the undertone looks one way in pan and then just doesn't look right on me, but that's, again, just the way that it mixes with my skin tone. So, but most of them like this are pretty true to pan. Again, buildable, blendable. You can get them to, you can pretty much get them to full pigment, but if you're just, you know, using them in the crease like this, you don't really need that. You just want that, dimension and that transition. And then for the outer corner, I'm gonna go into Red Cedar over here with another matte. And just put that on the outer corner because I do want to do a copper toned look today. And again, just like it goes on so easy. Like it's not just like boom, pigment, which, you know, sometimes is really great. That I prefer with my makeup style to have something a little bit more easy to work with. Where you don't just end up with a splotch of too much pigment and then you're trying to figure out what to do with it before it sets or just like doesn't blend out enough on your skin. So I want to go in and swatch some of these shimmer shades just to see what I want. I want a copper, but I am not sure if I want like a red leaning copper or an orange leaning copper. Like I have these beautiful like rosy shades over here, and then you have these beautiful like more orangey ones. So I'm gonna swatch some. Plus there's just all these beautiful shades, and I want to see what the formulas are like. So let me see. Let me pull first Desert Rose from right here. And that's gorgeous with a lot of sparkle in it. It has like silver and gold shimmer in it. I'm gonna go into this one right here, which is Warm Honey. That is a delectable color. Goes on incredibly pigmented. It's a beautiful warm shade. Absolutely Warm Honey. And then the one in the corner here called Euphoria. It's got a lot of brown to it. It's a little bit thinner. Definitely more along the satiny line. I mean, it's definitely shimmer, but it's not like super metallic or shiny or anything. Very much something you would tap a topper over. Something that would look nice in the outer corner. I mean, you get that bronze, that brownie tone, but it's not like super saturated. And then I think I want to try Mojave here. Ooh, that's a beautiful rosy shade. Ooh, that is beautiful. Again, not like super high shine, but it's definitely got a ton of base in it. It's just a beautiful rosy copper. So pretty. So far, I haven't swatched all of them, obviously, but so far I'm feeling like this one called Desert Rose is going to be that formula that is that more emollient, could be a topper, but you really need to dig in to build it up. I mean, it could be a little bit different, I'll have to see, but that's the way it seems to be leaning right now, just because it does have those shimmers and it does have that very wet look of it. So I think I'm going to reserve that for now, and I'm going to go in with Warm Honey. I'm going to go in with my Chanel No. 2 brush into Warm Honey. going on with a lot of translucency, so not as much base as you might think. I think probably you'll need to build this up with either by wetting the brush or with the finger. I think I just like that warmth. This is not the best eyeshadow job application that I've ever done, but Lorac shadows, their shimmers can be just all kinds of sparkly and just kind of all over the place sometimes. So they're not, I mean, they're not incredibly messy, but I do notice during the day if I wear one of their toppers that you will get, you know, a little bit of a dusting down here. And I have not tried any of them wet just because I don't tend to work with my shadows that way, but I think I've used them with the Pat McGrath. I'll have to try it again and see how the application is with the Pat McGrath Intensifier, because that one works beautifully with my Viseart shimmers. But yeah, I think that is nice and deep, but also looks really pretty with my blue eyes. I really enjoy an orange leaning copper or bronze, whatever you want to call it. I never know. Like, to me, they're all just copper bronze hybrids, maybe a little bit of rose gold. We've got all kinds of names for it. It's really just shades of brown. Okay, so I'm going to go in with like a topper for the center of the lid and the inner corner. So I'm going to go look at this one right here, which is called, no, not this one, this one right here, which is called Aurora, and this one right here, which is called Opal. Just like a really pretty champagne, that is Aurora. And then very high shine, more white gold, that is Opal. Opal has a little bit more glitter or mica particles to it. There's also soft pearl. Soft pearl. I think I'm gonna go with Aurora just because it does have a little bit more smoothness and a little bit more pigment to it. And as always, I'm going to want a liner. So instead of going into my normal pitch brown Hyper Easy, I'm going to try out this matte shade right here called Ash Brown. And sometimes I do prefer to use shadow as a liner just because I can get much closer to my lash line and really just diffuse out and help add volume to my lashes. So sometimes with powder, because you can diffuse it, for me, I don't get that like separation and that like line you kind of get between your liquid liner and your mascara sometimes. So now I'm going to go into the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. This is the mini in Cameo that I bought on my birthday. So it's just a little 25 ml, 0.8 fluid ounces. This has SPF 30 in it. And I've only used it a few times. I used it yesterday and I really liked the look of it. And again, I'm going in with my Chanel number 101 brush. So I'm just gonna leave it as a light coverage for today and not futz around too much. And then I'm gonna go back into the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Serum Concealer. I've had this for a really long time. It was in the back of my drawer and I totally forgot about it, but it is a beautiful concealer. And I'm using my Chanel number 11 brush. Both of my Chanel brushes, except for the foundation one I just used, the number 2 and the number 11 are older brushes. I think the number 2 exists now as the 102, and I don't know what this one would be. But I bought these a very long time ago. I think they now have, well, my foundation brush doesn't, but I think they have mostly like all black. They don't have the gold ferrules anymore, and they, the bristles on at least the number 2 brush are black. And I can't remember if these are natural hair and they switched to synthetic or what they did, so. But they have lasted me a very long time and they are very good brushes. And just to set and brighten under the eyes a tiny bit, I'm going to use my Kiko blurring powder. Just tap. And then I finally retired my Physicians Formula Bread and Butter Bronzer. It's sitting over there in my empties, and so I have moved on to the Butter Donut Bronzer. So this is similar in tone, might be a little bit deeper, but this used to have like pink and green sprinkles on it. It smells very sweet. This was part of the Cheat Day collection that came out a couple of holidays ago, and I just bought the whole thing, so. But it is one of the lighter bronzers in the Physicians Formula lineup. They also have the coffee bronzer, which is beautiful, smells amazing, and there's the cookie bronzer, which has a blush in it, which I'll probably be using more in the summer, and then, oh, the cake bronzer, which has shimmer in it with, you know, highlighty shimmers in it. So this is just to slightly add some color around the perimeter of the face. And then I'm going to go into this blush that I have been absolutely loving lately. This is the Laura Mercier in Ginger. You can get this in the regular packaging. It is a permanent line, but this is the Lunar New Year packaging with the Lucky Rabbit on the inside. It is a stunning blush. It is matte. It is just so beautiful. I think it just warms up my cheeks in a really beautiful way. I'm really happy that this works for me as well as it does. And the little rabbit is still in there. But yeah, I'm very, very happy that I finally was able to get this packaging and get this color, because it's just so stunning. Reminds me a little bit of one of my original Chanel blushes I had way back when. It was called Fresque, and it was very much this kind of, I don't know if it was this orange, but it was just this very like natural matte color for me. And I did pan that blush. All right, and now for a few new things. This is a new mascara. It's not a new mascara. The formula and the brush have been around, but it's a new color and it is a limited edition shade from the Mizza collection. This is the Diorshow Iconic Overcurl. This is in the color Bricque or Bricque. I think it's Bricque. But it's got this lovely, beautiful packaging. I mean, it makes no sense, mascaras you use for so short of a time, but it's got this beautiful packaging. And I bought this on the recommendation of Michelle Wong, and I do love to try different colors of mascara, and it is this is the first time I've opened it, is this beautiful brick color, and I'm hoping it just adds a nice tint to my very light lashes. Ooh, that's very cute. I can see it. It is crazy because the last time I tried like a red or burgundy type mascara, it just didn't show up. And it's almost like a nice brown, but you definitely see like the brick color in it. But yeah, I think you can see the difference. But I love that I can see my lashes, because I just remember using that burgundy mascara and going, where did they go? Where did it go? And I do like that this is a drier formula. It's not super it's not goopy and it's not smeary. It's a nice and thick formula, which really helps for me to add. I don't necessarily need length. I do need volume though, so that definitely adds. Yeah, I just love that you can see my lashes, but they're not like black, which, you know, with some looks, I love a really intense black look, and some days I just want something a little bit different. Yes, very impressed on first impression. Okay, so I took a break to blow my nose and spritz my face down, so there might be a little bit missing from my nose, but this should all be nice and dewy now. But we're going to end up with lips, and I'm going to try this is a new to me product, so I recently got this sample from Chanel. This is the Rouge Allure Laque. So this is their Ultra Wear Shine Liquid Lip Color in number 80 Timeless. So it is a nice bright pinky red. Maybe, I'm not sure if it's like a bluey red, but it seems to have a bit of pink in it just based on back here. But it is this beautiful sample size. I love when you get these little sample sizes. They're so cute. And this size for red for me is, you know, just about perfect, because I'm not gonna wear a red a lot, and if I am gonna buy a red, it's probably gonna be like, you know, the Sephora mattes. Those are beautiful. So let's try this one on. Ooh. It's a very soft formula, or at least this is very soft. But yeah, that's a very pinky purpley red. This one is almost burgundy. It's kind of a wine, got a wine red tinge to it. Quite a bit of blue in it, which I think actually looks really nice as a contrast to the more copper eye. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I like the formula because it doesn't look too smeary at this point, and seems to be drying down, but staying shiny. No transfer on my teeth, which is great. It's just, that's really pretty. Not a color I would wear every day, obviously, but it's super pretty. Just this side of like not too dark. At least in these lights. Yeah, I think that just looks really sophisticated and pretty. Well, wonderful surprise. I mean, it's not just like a straight strawberry red, which has its place. I've been using the Dior 999, which is a beautiful shade with a copper eye and a blue, you know, a copper eyeshadow and a blue eye and like a black mascara. Like, that is classic. This is just a little bit different from that. Okay, so this is the finished look, and I have one more thing to show you. So I recently got a gift with purchase thing from Dior. I spent too much money on Dior online, and I ended up getting a gold member gift, which, like, wasn't planning to spend that much that fast, but anyway, here it is. And I just wanted to share this because it is gorgeous. Like, they say, you know, like you say, free gift with purchase. I mean, you have to spend money. You have to spend a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time to get this kind of stuff. So it's not really free. Like, you could just go out and buy the products in here for probably less than I spent to get this gift. But I think it is super cute. It's super fun. It's, you know, something they do to like keep bringing you back for more. And I love that it is in this style because it's kind of like their, they had a advent calendar kind of in this style. And they also kind of had a little mini advent calendar in this style. And so you open it up here, and it is the 30 Montaigne facade. You got the stars and the building. And then on the sides, you have these little doors with ribbons. And each one opens up. And each door has a different version of J'adore in it. So you've got this one, which is the J'adore, the new one, the Dough, which is the one without alcohol. You've got this version. I'm not sure which one this is, but I know there's the J'adore Infinissime. You've got, I'm pretty sure this is the J'adore Eau de Parfum. And then I think this one is the Eau de Toilette. So there's all just different kinds. And so I figured I would just pull one of these out. So I think this one is the Eau de Parfum. So I figured I'd just finish off the look with a bit of Dior J'adore today. Classic. Yep, just classic, timeless fragrance. This is the one that Charlize Theron is the campaign model for. Yeah, just super classic. I'm not sure what the notes are, but I think like I'm smelling some like amber. Just beautiful. And, you know, the classic long neck bottle, which is the mini of the full size. So yeah, just super happy that this little gift with purchase is just so cute. It's super collectible, super giftable if you have enough J'adore in your life that you don't need it. And obviously, you know, you could probably pull out the inserts and reuse this for something else. Super cute. Love it so much. So that is the look I wanted to share with you today using the products that I bought for my birthday, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and let me know what's going on with you as far as makeup or spending or, you know, whatever, luxury makeup, drugstore makeup. I love it all. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any of those would be welcome, and all of them would be appreciated. And I will see you in the next one, guys.